Well, hello. Good evening. It's late night in the San Francisco Bay Area, which means it's early, super freaking early morning almost everywhere else. This is backstage at the Giving Back podcast, and I've got a special show tonight. I was thinking a little bit about an upcoming event in my life. I think we're going to save that. It should be kind of interesting, a little nerve wracking, and it's very cool. But tonight I've got a really cool show. Insight show talking about somebody who's very special, but also a culmination of people. And so we're going live in 3, 2, and 1. So today you'll see a cover of somebody who's pretty much an icon for those of us who lived through Apple and its rise. You may remember Apple and when it came out with the Mac and such an incredible new way of computing and doing work. And it wasn't just work, it was about thinking about computers in a very different way, thinking about how we interact with them, thinking about how they helped make the possibilities that we saw real. It was a very exciting time. So Guy Kawasaki is on the cover, and that particular picture is a picture that my very dear friend Alannah Avelin took. If you look at that closely, you'll see that there's something very special that she captured. And it wasn't just about capturing it, it was also creating the environment where he could be himself and feel comfortable. You can see some of her amazing photography work at alannahvisions.com. She's also a world-class branding expert. She's worked with some pretty cool people, I would say. It's people that you know, people I know. She's someone who's in my heart for all the right reasons. I will tell you that she sees me. She sees beyond who I am now, no matter how good I'm doing, and into the best possibility of myself. And knowing my purpose and knowing what I can achieve, she pushes me. She pushes me relentlessly. Things like, is the vision big enough? Am I spreading my wings? Am I using my talents and experience to the fullest capacity? Am I using my unique, unfair advantage to the service of others? Wow. Huh? So is it hard sometimes? Absolutely. It can be really, really hard. And it's hard in the best possible ways to have somebody who so believes in you and is at the same time is so pushing you. It's very cool. So I respect her opinion a lot, if you can probably tell. And I was kind of nervous coming back from Vegas. I told you about that with Sherry Watson, Power of Purpose, and being with a lot of purpose pioneers and a lot of other folks who were truly amazing. They're doing some incredible work, making huge impacts on other people's lives, people who just need a hand up. So I told her my vision when I came back. I'll go into that in just a second, but I will tell you that having her there, and why is it that I put Guy Kawasaki up there? One of the things that she said was about this guy, right? We know him as the chief evangelism officer, a chief evangelist for Apple. And he really made a huge impact. He made an impact on the way that we see computing because he could see that future. And so what I saw when I came back, or actually when I was there, and what I brought back was this idea of a coalition of service providers, a coalition of people doing amazing things for others in their community. And what exactly could we do if we joined together and created a holistic approach to different problems? And so knowing dozens and dozens, actually at this point, I got to do a little humble brag, knowing hundreds of social impact leaders and knowing what they're doing and being able to put together solutions that span the problem because they're very, very complex and we can't do it alone. And we can't do it with just one program, one nonprofit, one solution. It needs to be a group because they are really complex. So I had a chance to talk to her a little bit just a few days ago, and I was really nervous. I mentioned that, but I just poured it out and just laid it on her. The idea of this coalition building incredible solutions together and reporting back in a unified way, being very consistent. Also about taking what are right now non-performing assets and creating value and dispersing that value into organizations that are really doing incredible work across the nation, this great nation of ours. And her response was amazing. She said, now that's big enough for you. That finally is big enough for you. And the impact that you'll have is going to be far beyond anything else that you've thought of at this point. And it took a long time, for me at least. I was thinking it took a long time. It's years in the making, and even beyond the Giving Back podcast. But in the last few months, I have just been absolutely so poured into, and it is like this love poured into me. John Yun was like a kickoff. He's not the first, but he's just this moment of him just calling out of the blue, meeting him once in Los Angeles, and having him give me such great support. Jamie Moran, who helped me see, of course, Alannah Swami, who's just a spiritual leader for me. Midori Verity, wow, like this idea of pivot and what I can bring to the table. And there's a lot of other people, Ron Klabunde, Jim Vandehey, and it's just, the list goes on. And being able to see that and feel what exactly is my unfair advantage, what is it that I bring to the table. So it's so exciting, and finally having something that's big enough, and then taking the next step with the nonprofit, filing the 501c3, because I felt very secure in that, very clear. And then hearing about other problems and understanding that somebody like myself and George Madu with Business for Vets, that we can do this together and we can offer great value for people, for nonprofits who need that help to essentially build their capacity to serve their communities, because that's really what it's about. So I'm putting things together. I'm sorry if I can't give you all the details. There's a lot of stuff still processing, but I promise you it will be true to that vision of serving others and making as big an impact as possible, simply by working together and collaborating. So it's an exciting time, and thank you so much for being here. Just please remember one thing for sure: always err on the side of loving kindness. Thank you very much again. Until the next time, love and gratitude. So I want to thank you so much, Deanna. Thank you so much for listening. Thank you so much for hanging out. It's great to have somebody here with me on this late night, and to be here and to explore this. This has been an incredible show, an incredible journey, and I'm looking forward to the next step. So thanks again. Have a beautiful, beautiful week. And until the next time, peace out.